Chapter 5. Anyone who's anyone. Hopefully you're all having a good day. The next day, you and Inari head downtown to find an outfit for the LoveCorp Charity Gala that Nico invited you to. But even as you look through the racks, you find it hard to get your mind off of what happened with Chloe the night before. Hello, Earth to Erica. Are you even listening to me right now? Sorry, Inari, I just a little distracted by work stuff, that's all. Well, Anna, really got you down, huh? Try not to stress too much. He's a total hard-ass and everyone screws up their first quarter, which is exactly why you need to let loose the gala tonight. I'm so jealous you get to go. I'll tell you all about it tomorrow. Are you seriously not even a little excited? I mean, you're going to a huge LoveCorp party with your soulmate. Honestly, I'm totally dreading it. Making small talk with a bunch of LoveCorp officials and donors doesn't really sound like a good time right now. Erica, I know you're an incurable perfectionist, but you have to let yourself off the hook this time. You screwed up one client's case, and that's not the end of the world. It was for Chloe. But that's exactly why I have to go tonight, to get LoveCorp's higher-ups to fix whatever is wrong, though it's not like I can tell Inari that. Here, let's keep looking. I'm sure the perfect dress is right around the corner. As she darts off to look through another rack, you pull out your phone to send a text to Harley. Any chance of you coming in disguise tonight? Happen to know someone with great waiter costume. Oh, that was real staff uniform, not a costume. I'm a method actor. Is that a yes? I feel like crashing a LoveCorp gala might be a little too risky, even for me, but I want to hear about it after, especially if you manage to chat up another from the C-suite, if they tell me anything. Just keep them drinking and talking. You'd be surprised what people will let slip. It's so cute that you're texting Nico when you're literally going to see him in just a few hours. Oh, I was texting someone else, actually. Ooh, someone from work. You're not replacing me as your best friend, are you? Never. It's just an old family friend. We're catching up. And just then, Inari gasps dramatically. Oh, I found it! She rushes past you to grab a beautiful, flowy dress off one of the racks. Its sparkles immediately catching your eye. This dress is the pinnacle of red carpet fashion right now. Wear this tonight and I'm pretty sure you'll get actual superpowers. What kind of superpowers? Well, Nico would fall even harder for you. I'm pretty sure anyone who saw you in this would. And you'll impress all the most important people at the gala, after all. Anyone who's anyone will be there. Let me know your thoughts down below. Why not? Not every day you get to go to a LoveCorp gala. Inari squealed, thrusting the dress at you, and blazing a path to the dressing room. Then just go try it on. Oh, I want to see you in it. When you finish putting on the dress, you emerge from behind the curtain and are rewarded with another loud gasp from her. Oh, you look incredible, Erica. Like, seriously stunning. I'm officially stunned. No, stop that. I'm serious. You're going to be the star at this gala. I don't care what celebrities decide to even show up. Nico will take one look at you and go into shock. Thanks, Inari. Seriously. That night, you make your way to the gala entrance where you find Nico waiting, a huge smile on his face. I dress up and you wear this. His eyes go wide the moment that he spots you, looking appreciatively over your body. You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Well, you're looking pretty good yourself. I'd say you clean up nice, but you always look this good. He laughs, genuine warmth lighting up his features until they glow and your heart stutters in your chest. You're doing it again. Doing what? making me adore you. Yeah, I know the feeling. Shall we? Offers you his arm, and you take a deep, steadying breath before taking it. Let's do this. You both head to the entrance, scanning your fingertips at the door before finally stepping inside. The room is packed. Everyone dressed in the nines, and it's not just LoveCorp employees. There are celebrities there, too. Okay, my sister know who that is. Is that Myron Elliott? You're telling me a presidential candidate is actually here? Huh, LoveCorp doesn't mess around with their guest list. And from what I know, Myron's always been a supporter of the brand. I mean, just look who he's talking to. You turn to see Myron speaking with an older man with a stern expression. One you've seen on the magazine covers and billboards. Oh my god, it's Elon! No, I'm kidding. With Oscar Douglas Dune? Dr. Oscar Douglas? The head of LoveCorp? Come on, I'll introduce you. Before we go, is there anything I should know about him? Shouldn't mention about him? I should know about him. I've only met him a few times, but he's always struck me as friendly and polite. He really was interested in the work we were doing on the algorithm, probably because he came up with it all those years ago. Did you get to work alongside him, then? Very briefly. Still, totally jealous. The two of you make your way across the room to both of them, but by the time you reach them, Oscar has moved on. Damn, we lost him. I'll see if I can spot him from the Haut Divorce. Wait here. As Nico disappears into the crowd, you're greeted by a warm voice. Hello there, I don't think we've met. I'm certain we'd remember meeting someone as stylish as you. Your eyes go wide as you realize Myron and his wife are talking to you. Oh, thank you. I'm Myron Elliott, and this is my wife, Athena. We're hoping to take the White House this November. I'm his running mate. In case you hadn't heard, the couple that legislates together stays together, as they say. Of course I've heard. It's so nice to meet you, both. I'm Erica Ward, and a big fan. Are you one of the celebrities here helping to raise money? I feel like I must have seen you before in a movie or a music video. No, I'm just a LoveCorp employee. Well, I know Oscar only hires the best of the best. He's donated quite a lot to our campaign, after all. It was a pleasure to meet you, Erica Ward. I hope we'll have your support. You already do. Myron and Athena shake your hand and turn before going to mingle with the other guests, and you go and find Nico by the food. I can't believe I just talked to the man and woman who might be our future president and vice president. Is that even legal? To have your spouse run as your VP? Who's gonna be the first lady / man then? We just don't have one. This is my vice president and first lady? How does that work? What were they like? Super nice. Just like I knew they would be. Yeah, every politician is. Gotta kiss the babies. But that's not why we're here. Or it's not the only reason we're here. I lost Oscar somewhere in the crowd, but I'm sure he'll resurface eventually. That man knows how to work a room. As a new song starts to play, couples gather on the dance floor, and you turn to see Nico offering you his hand. Care for a dance, Erica? As wonderful as that sounds, aren't we supposed to be talking with the higher-ups right now? It's not just talking, it's important. Sometimes it's better to listen. People at these events tend to forget that anyone can hear them. They tend to be rather loose-lipped. Are you suggesting we eavesdrop on them? With any luck, we'll hear what happened with Chloe, or something that will help us convince LoveCorp to look into it. I can think of nothing I'd rather do right now than dance with my soulmate. And this is a diamond choice. So far, I'll at least give him credit for this song. It's kind of nice. You slide your hand into his, and he brings it up to his lips, pressing a gentle kiss to the back of it. You feel your face heat, and his smile steals your breath as he leads you onto the dance floor. Okay, but do scientists even dance? We're about to find out. He rests one hand on your waist while he keeps a hold of your other. Wrap my arms around his neck. Letting go of his hand, you take a bold step forward until your chests are nearly touching as you wind your arms around his neck. This is better, don't you think? He drops his other hand to your waist, his grip on you tightening as the two of you begin to sway to the music. Much better. Nico tilts his head towards a nearby couple who are half dancing, half arguing in low but heated voices. I'll move us closer. Could be an interesting conversation to listen in on. He deftly steers you both towards the couple until you're dancing in earshot. I told you that the babysitter needed to be there at 8. You told me. What good is that? I set us up with the joint calendars for a reason. You barely hold back a laugh as Nico sweeps you away from them. I guess even soulmates have to have some fights. Hopefully the only ones we ever have are about what to eat for breakfast. Coffee. It's always coffee for me. It's simple, isn't it? He twirls. He twirls you around again, spinning you across the ballroom until you're near a table full of men dressed in suits. Though I wouldn't mind some pancakes or waffles, something nice, you know. We can't go out for drinks at the exact same time in Alan's presentation. He'll kill us. But if we take him with, he's just gonna go over it all again, and I don't want to hear him wax poetic about multi-device feature sharing. I'm starting to think our reconnaissance mission might be a bust. And the dance isn't over yet. Speaking of, you are seriously good at this. I learned from my grandparents, did competitive dance as a kid, just to have a natural talent. I don't really dance much, but I've always had a natural feel for music, so maybe that's why. Now that we have in common. I might have struggled to learn the steps, but I never had to count them. I could just feel the rhythm they were meant to go to. With how you're dancing now, I never would have thought you had any problem. Maybe I just needed the right partner. With a grin, he twirls you back to the middle of the dance floor, and you can't help but laugh as the room spins for a moment. You know, with you here, I'm having far more fun than I normally do at these types of events. Really? But you know all these people? All the ones in LoveCorp, yes, I have met them, and I wouldn't say I know them, just their names and the departments they work in. The work that I and the rest of the team do on the algorithm isn't exactly collaborative. We almost never interface with other teams. Because the work is confidential? Confidential, complicated. It's my boss's job to explain the research to the wider company. The rest of us just do the work. The incredibly complicated work that only someone really smart could do. Or someone incredibly specialized. It's then that you hear fragments of another conversation, a few words merely catching your attention. Douglas seems to think it's a good idea, going to run LoveCorp into the ground. Catching your eye, Nico quickly shuffles the two of you closer to the couple. They're routing 20% of Marsha's budget to buy media equipment. I mean, since when was that a priority? And don't even get me started on all the government meetings. Senator Foxlove literally stormed out of her meeting with Oscar last week. I wonder what that was about. It sounds like LoveCorp is making a media push. The government's unhappy with LoveCorp. Regular LoveCorp business, right? I would say pushing a media. Maybe for advertising or more tele-love shows, though I wouldn't expect them to need to reallocate money for any of that. Normally I think it was connected to the election, but that sort of thing would have been started at least a year ago. Or could have been some kind of tech initiative to ensure everyone has access to the phone and television. One of the charities we're supporting tonight is focused on that. Well, whatever it's for, it sounds like Oscar's the one driving it. Even as the melody begins to fade, you and Nico continue to sway to the music. I don't think I've had a chance to thank you yet. For what? For coming with us yesterday, for bringing me here tonight. I know it isn't exactly what you signed up for when we got paired. He lets go of you in order to cup your cheek in his hand. You're my soulmate, Erica. We're in this together. As you meet his gaze, you realize your faces are only inches apart, close enough that you can feel his breath ghost across your lips. You close the distance between you, leaning in, and he meets you in the middle, his lips finding yours. The kiss is soft, tentative at first, but then he slides his hand around the back of your neck and deepens it. Nico. He captures your lips again, and you can practically feel his passion for you, his dedication to you in every movement. Your whole body feels hot by the time he finally pulls away, and he gives you a sweet smile in his eyes, still full of longing. That was even better than I dreamed it would be. It was wonderful. Still, a bit starry-eyed, you grab Nico's hand and lead him off the dance floor back into the surrounding crowd. It's just then that you spot Oscar, leaning against the bar, drink in hand. There he is. Now, he's alone too. Now's our best shot. With a reassuring nod, Nico leads you over to Oscar, who smiles brightly upon seeing him. Oh, Nico, I'm thrilled you could make it tonight, and this must be your one. Erica Ward, sir. It's wonderful to finally meet you. Erica is one of your finest love technicians. We just got paired a few days ago. Oh, congratulations. It's always wonderful to see the fruits of our labors, especially when the two of our employees turn out to be perfect for each other. I really admire your work. Didn't see your partner here. Hope business is going well. Didn't see your partner. Oscar's lips turn down ever so slightly, and out of the corner of your eye, you see Nico shaking his head. My wife has never been a fan of the spotlight. She much prefers the red carpet at home rather than walk down it. Oh, that's too bad. I would have loved to have met her. Like we were supposed to know. Please give her our regards. Of course. I'm sure she'll appreciate that. I'm going to grab us some drinks, Erica. I'll be right back. Oh my god, you're always leaving me alone with people. He locks eyes with you and gives you a reassuring smile before leaving you and Oscar alone. Right. This is what I came here to do. Let's see what Oscar knows and if he can help us. How are you enjoying your work at LoveCorp? I have to admit, being a love technician has always been a secret dream of mine. Finding people their happily ever afters, you must find it so rewarding. I do, but that's actually something I'd like to talk to you about. You lean in slightly after glancing around to make sure no one else is listening. Lately I've been worried that there might be a negative side effect from the brain scan tech. Oscar frowned, his eyes filling with concern as his eyebrows knit together. Why would you think that? I can assure you our technology is perfectly safe. It's just that I had a client, Chloe Campbell, who had a really bad nosebleed during her intake, and I found out she died a few days later in a similar incident. And you think the brain scan had something to do with it? I was hoping you could help figure this out. Whatever's going on, people are getting hurt. But if you get a team to investigate it, I'm sure they'll be able to determine what went wrong and make sure it doesn't happen again. That won't be necessary. But I was deeply saddened to hear of Miss Campbell's passing, of course, as I'm sure you were. And as Chloe's love technician, the news must have been a shock. It's only expected that you'll be grieving and looking for answers. It's more than that. It's, with all due respect, you met with this client once, and you have no information on our previous applications or medical history. Well, at least he doesn't seem to know we were with her yesterday. Wiping Chloe's medical records was a good call. Oscar straightens, now towering above you, and you have to look up to hold his gaze. I'll be blunt. What happened with Chloe Campbell was a freak accident, one you frankly shouldn't even know about. The professional relationship between love technicians and our clients does not call for their interactions outside of intake interviews. I know. It says that in Section 45B of Love Technician Handbook, but considering what happened during her intake, I would have expected the one who set the curve on love tech evaluations to understand the challenges we face as a company. We're trying to make everyone in the world happy. Reaching that lofty of a goal won't come without setbacks. Sir, I just want to make you aware of the situation. Chloe died. That's not a setback. That's all I want to. Chloe died, that's not a setback. How are we supposed to find people happiness if they aren't around to enjoy it?
We cannot prevent people from dying.
We can if our technology has something to do with their deaths. Oscar scowls at you, looking more openly angry than you've ever seen him so far.
It didn't.
As if on cue, Nico reappears with drinks, his gaze immediately fixed between you and Oscar, clearly picking up the tension. Everything okay here? Maybe you shouldn't have left. You force a smile to reassure him. Everything is fine. I just have one more question for you, Dr. Douglas.
I do appreciate your concern. Like a tree, companies grow slowly, and we need conscientious workers at the roots to ensure that we reach new heights.
All of a sudden, your head begins to pound, a bright burst of pain that reverberates through your body. You wince, lifting your hands to rub at your temple. Oscar frowns, looking concerned.
Are you feeling all right, Erica?
I'm a little woozy. I must have gotten a little overheated or something. Nico sets your drinks down at the bar so he can put a steadying hand on your shoulder. It's a little crowded in here, maybe that's why.
Oh, there should be some seating outside if you'd like to get some fresh air. In the meantime, I'd love a word with Nico. Alone.
You open your mouth to refuse, but then Nico squeezes your shoulder and gives you a pointed look. Just be a moment, Erica. I'll find you outside when I'm done. Head still aching, you head back outside through the entrance and find a spot to stand away from the crowd as you pull out your phone. Hey, you still awake? It's only 9. Sometimes that's my bedtime. Oh, of course it is. Everything okay? The gala as boring as I assume LoveCorp parties always are? It's not going well. I talked to Oscar Douglas, but he shut me down pretty hard. And now I have an insane headache. I'm trying to summon the will to go back inside. Oof, okay, stand by.
Stand by for what?
You wait a few minutes, but when Harley doesn't text again, you turn to head back inside, only for the sound of a loud engine approaching to stop you in your tracks as you turn to see a motorcycle with Harley on it. Did someone order a getaway driver? Harley, what are you doing here? Rescuing you, duh. Hop on. Harley, the gala isn't over. I just can't leave. I mean, Nico's still inside, and you did what you came here to do, and you're not feeling well. I'm sure Boy Genius will understand if you bail. You look back at the gala, only to wince again as the loud noise of the music and the crowd reaches your ears. Alright, maybe bailing is the worst idea. As you step closer to the motorcycle, she looks you up and down and lets out a low whistle. Okay, I'm not big on stuffy parties, but maybe I should rethink my stance. Seeing you like that would be worth all the small talk. I didn't think you knew how to give compliments. I can give credit where credit's due. And right now your look is killing it. Thanks then. Let me just tell Nico I'm leaving. You pull up your phone to shoot a quick text to Nico. Hey, I'm not feeling great, so I'm gonna head home. Hope you enjoy the rest of the gala. And with that, you gingerly climb onto her bike, and she quickly reaches back and grabs your arms, guiding them around her waist. This is real smart. A person that's having a headache and feeling woozy and whatnot is going to be riding on a motorcycle, hanging onto a person. Not the best thing in the world, but okay. Hold on, Ward. Lean against her, keep some distance. Lean. You tighten your grip and let your chest rest against her back, the two of you pressed closely together. Better. Now I won't have to scrape you off the pavement tomorrow. You do have all the necessary permits and registrations to drive this thing, right? Oh my lord. Would you like to see my ID? I've been riding since I was a kid. You've got nothing to worry about. She revs the engine a few more times, and then the two of you speed off into the night. eventually winding up at Harley's apartment, where you quickly sink onto the couch, clutching your aching head. I'm sorry to impose like this. I'm the one who brought you here, remember? Take this, you'll feel better. She brandishes a pill and a glass of water in front of you, and without even thinking about it, you gulp it down. What was that exactly? A pain med. It should kick in quick. It's designed for this kind of headache. You close your eyes, letting silence settle over you, and soon the pounding in your head begins to dissipate. God, can I have one of those? Seriously. Wow, you weren't kidding. How'd you know that would work? Are you secretly a doctor or something? She shakes her head as she sits down next to you on the couch. Not at all. I just have some experience treating minor aches and pains. Once you know what kind of ailment you're dealing with, it's not hard to target the right pain receptors. So, you know what I was dealing with then? You could say that. She clears her throat and looks away. How are you feeling? Not the headache, just... I'm sure you're reeling after what happened with Chloe. I'm kinda numb, to be honest. I haven't been able to stop thinking about it, but it's not like I cried or had a meltdown over it either. It's just that it's your body's way of coping. When something traumatic happens, sometimes it's easier to just shut part of yourself down rather than deal with the pain. Sounds like you're talking from experience. I've lost a few people, and it's always hard, and life doesn't always give you time to sit with those losses. Exhaustion abruptly hits you, and you lean your head against the back of the couch, sighing heavily. What happened with Chloe? I hate to think that it could happen to someone else. But the literal head of LoveCorp just told me in no uncertain terms to drop the whole thing. He threatened you? I don't think it's just a coincidence she was having a headache while confronting him. No, he just was clearly upset about the stuff I was bringing up. He insisted that everything is safe and that he'd even been following Chloe's case. I'm starting to wonder if I made a big deal out of nothing. What if Chloe was gonna die anyway? You know that's not true. Chloe told us so herself. But what if there was something wrong with her all along, and she just didn't know it? Maybe it was just a tragedy. There's no one to blame. It wasn't. There's a hard edge to her voice, and then she turns to face you, determination blazing in her eyes. There's some place I'd like to take you to show you that the problems you found are real, but they're not just a coincidence. Then you'll see that Chloe Campbell is just the latest casualty in a very long line. Tune in next week, where we'll find out what instead of this week. Anyway, without further ado, please remember that if you did enjoy, to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts, your predictions for next week, and the who, what, when, where, and why. As I said before, what if that Oscar, I don't know, had some way of causing pain and getting her out of the room and getting her away from asking questions? I'm just saying. It's not hard. Let me put it this way, as a person of science. It's not hard to know there's a certain frequency that pretty much 90% of people, with a push of a button, that I can give them a headache. Just saying. It's not that hard. There's frequencies that will relieve headaches. There's frequencies that will help ease tension and relief and help you sleep better, have better dreams, waking dreams, lucid dreams, things like that. There's frequencies for all that. There's frequency for healing. There's frequency for all this other stuff. Heck, just pushing a certain spot, even though this is completely different and separate, just pushing a certain spot on the bottom of a foot, right, as a massage specialist who knows all the places to push and massage and whatnot, can actually help ease certain symptoms or conditions or ailments that you're having. So, just saying, what if he's that type of person that, has just something? Just saying, just hypothetical, little, theory. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch y'all later. Peace out.